Okay, we had a quick break. So, okay, let me just tell you the story, and then you'll probably remember this. But I was like on my bike, and like I got stopped by the cops because I thought at first like they do it because like you don't look Japanese, but actually they kind of do it sometimes to not like full Japanese people anyway. Because like,
oh really?
Have you ever been stopped on your bike?
No.
Oh, well, you get stopped because you have to register your bike, right? And so they want to just make sure you're not stealing the bike. So I got stopped and like they were like, okay, like I need you to see like your bike registration or whatever. I didn't have it because I didn't know I had to do that.
I didn't even know there was such thing as a bike registration form.
Really? Yeah. Oh no, there is one. Yeah, and you have, I don't know. It's like a car kind of.
It's the one you stick on your bike.
Yeah, that one. And it links to your name. So I didn't have that because I bought it off Craigslist in Japan. So anyway, like he asked for my ID though, and I only had my Sophia ID, and then I showed him my Sophia ID, and he's like, "Oh, like, Joji." Oh, like sugoi. And I was like, "What?" Like, what?
Like, aren't you stopping me for this bike?
And he's like, "Sumimasen, like, ちょっとどうぞ," and like because Sophia has like this power, right?
Prestigious.
Keio, Waseda, Tokyo University, and this unknown one to me before, Sophia. Like, since it's like a top 10 school, police like respect it. So you guys never got pulled over by police or anything? I
think it's mostly guys that get stopped.
Okay, that's probably true. You never got stopped for your Gaijin Todoku card?
And I feel like if I did ever get pulled over or stopped, they'll immediately know because one, I'm gonna speak out of Japanese and show them my Japanese, like I don't know, unten menkyosho or something that proves that I'm Japanese.
Does it prove you're Japanese? Because as a foreigner, you could just have I guess you just have to say like.
Yeah, but I can't show them anything else if I show them
your last name is not
and,
Japanese.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's literally you look like you could.
My name's Japanese last.
Yeah. Actually, like so, there's another time, right? I was stopped again, and the cop was like, "Show me your card, like Gaijin Todoku show card." I was like, "Nihonjin desu kara, chotto motte nai desu," and he's like, "So desu ka, ja, unten menkyosho." And I showed him my unten menkyosho, and he's like. My name is Ishikawa, and he was like, watashi mo Ishikawa desu. I was like, shiranei yo. I was in a hurry too, so I was like, just let me know. And I was like, I don't care if you're Ishikawa. So it happened to me, but I don't know, like, cause I have an Ishikawa last name, but you don't have like a Japanese last name. But
your dad's Japanese?
No, it's just my mom's Japanese, but in Japan. A second identity. Oh gosh, I should just release that publicly.
So you have like.
Oh.
I don't know if I can. Okay.
Dual citizenship? I don't know. I don't know. Dual citizenship is legal in the United States.
Yeah, it is legal.
You're like.
It's weird that it's not in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan it's like you have to choose by your.
21 or 22?
Tanzania too, you can't have dual citizenship.
That's...
Oh really?
So I have to choose. So once you're 18, you have to... In Tanzania, if you're 18, you have to choose.
Oh really?
Even if you're born.
Is it gray?
I mean, you can have Tanzanian passport, but it's illegal.
Okay.
So
it's gray.
Right now you have...
No.
I only have one. Because it's a hassle
really?
too. Like you can't use Tanzanian passport to go anyway because you would need visa and all that.
So you just have your Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever like been singled out because you're HAFU? I'm sure. Like, but has it ever been like a negative thing in Japan? Like, really? So like it's been pretty positive for the most part. But you guys are mostly in Tokyo.
Not so much singled out, more like attention.
Yeah.
Like it draws attention. You're mixed and you're like, oh, like, where are you from?
By your like
friends, or even like work.
Oh yeah, because you worked in a Japanese company, right? Oh, it wasn't.
It was an American.
Oh really?
But it's an attention draw.
Yeah, it is.
Do you get spoken to in English sometimes?
I hate when I would speak to someone in Japanese and they return their response in English.
Oh yeah, wakaru.
I hate that.
Like, I know I look foreign, but I'm speaking to you in Japanese. I don't know if that just goes in one ear and out the other or what, but
It could.
I think it's like they want to practice their English.
their English.
That's or
That's
maybe
why.
they think that you're trying hard, so they're like, oh no, I'll try hard.
It's
for you.
okay.
I'll be the one. And it's like,
like,
my English is not good, but you know, I'll try. And you're
Yeah.
like, so actually, I used to like keep speaking in Japanese
Yeah.
when they would do that. But now, if I speak in Japanese and they return it in English, I'm like, well, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm
gonna hit you with
I'm gonna
English.
hit you with English right now.
maybe I might do that next time.
I'm not trying to be mean. It's just
Yeah.
like that. It's
Sometimes
fun.
they
It's
catch
fun.
on after the second response, but sometimes when it's like an
Too
old
hard.
man or an old
Uh-huh.
woman, they keep speaking in English. I'm just like, it. Speaking English.
Okay, you know what's funny though? Like, even though I don't know how HAFU I look, like there's all like people look like different levels of like
Yeah.
Japanese or non-Japanese, right? But I get asked all the time by usually older women or men for directions. Japanese. They're like, あ、ちょっと like ここに行きたいんですけど. And I'm like, get rid of me. So maybe it's just older people don't mind as much, like to
Yeah.
just talk
Yeah.
to people. But
Yeah.
like, I always thought it was funny. It's like you would think that they would ask someone who looks Japanese for directions, but they ask.
Yeah.
Maybe have a friendly face.
Do
Yeah.
you think so? It might be it. It's always like Oba-chan. They're like, ちょっと.
Yeah.
お兄ちゃんみたいな。
お兄ちゃん、いや、お兄ちゃん、なんか、いや、結構声かけられる。
かけやすいんだよ、きっと声。
多分。
なんか、do any old people, if they talk to you about do they talk to you about being HAFU, or is it usually just like younger people?
I think a lot of the times when we do have that conversation is if I'm in a cab.
Yes.
How do they start the convo?
あ、
日本語上手だね。どこの国の方なんですか？
あ、
何
もう日本人。
日本人。
ハーフです。
ハ
ーフ
そうなんですか。
お
なんか、
母さんが日本人なんですか？お
Yeah.
父さんが日本人なんですか？
yeah, yeah. I don't mind that conversation either,
Yeah.
but sometimes when they say like 日本語上手ですね, I'm like, I don't want to go through the whole
Yeah.
thing. So I just say like, 勉強しました。勉強したんで。And he's like, 勉強だけでこんなにうまく喋れるんですか? And I'm like, はい。
No, I just shut it down. I'm like, I'm Japanese. Like,
で、そこで終わる?
No, they're like,
One
they
line.
they're like, cause like
They want to know, yeah.
They want to know. They're like, oh, but like, are you half? And I'm like,
Yeah.
my mother's Tanzania. I was like, hey. Sometimes you get tired though. Like when you're tired, you're in a
Yeah.
cab when they start a conversation.
Oh yeah,
it's
you're
like,
just like,
You just don't
yeah, you don't feel like talking.
but you want to be nice
yeah.
No, they're just curious.
too.
You
Yeah.
know?
I like it. No,
They're curious,
I
yeah.
genuinely
Yeah.
think like, for the most part, like Japanese people, they're so nice about,
Mhm.
at least from my experience.
Yeah.
I know it's not everyone, but like I'm so glad that it's like positive now. Because I know in like the past, from what I've heard from like a lot of older HAFU people, it used to actually be a little harder.
Yeah.
It sounds like, but now it's like the cool
The cool
thing.
thing to be, yeah.
Definitely. I think they're getting more accepting of different races and different
Yeah.
cultures.
Yeah. Like there's sometimes they're like, oh, you're mixed. Like, oh, I wish I was mixed.
Who's the HAFU de umaretakatta
Mm.
みたいな.
Yeah, I wish I was half. Yeah.
Are there any like new HAFU talents like coming up? Because you know, like before there's like
Olympics.
Olympics.
Like,
そっか, so
There's
no,
a lot of
the
even
runner,
like, what's
the
her
judo
name?
guy.
Something Osaka, Naomi Osaka.
知らない.
She
The
like
wait.
the tennis player.
Ah,
She just like she won
Soda.
against Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa.
Really?
Yeah.
She won? How
Yeah.
old is this girl?
I don't know.
Is she half black, half
Mhm,
white?
half American.
Okay.
But she
Actually,
has
that's right. A lot of sports players.
She can only. She was raised
In America.
yeah. I don't know what it is, but like Japanese people have a preference towards white people. I think
For like models.
for like models and talents and stuff.
And then when it comes to sports,
Actually, yeah,
they're, like,
sports. It's so
it's more like-
stereotypical.
Is it right?
Like sports and singing, they'll
Yeah.
Want, like,
accept
yeah.
more like the black
Blasian.
culture.
Uh-huh.
But when
Like-
it comes to modeling
Yeah,
or you know
'cause-
being on TV,
Yeah, because it's like,
But
yeah,
I think
because I
so.
can name like a ton of half like white, half Japanese, like Maggie or
Yeah, Tarento
Tarento.
Reina Trindle.
Yeah, there's no half black, half Japanese Tarento like them at all.
Yeah.
It's usually
It's just
towards like
comedy, singing, or like sports.
Nothing
and
like
that.
serious.
What
Like
yeah, I was about to name another one, but he's also a singer. The Exile no.
So
Mendy. Mendy
Nesumis
だっけ?
to Mendy.
Yeah. But that's true. There's like no half black girl.
I mean, the only thing closest to what I can think of is Ariana Miyamoto.
Ariana.
Ariana,
yeah.
but I was about to say.
But then again,
Crystal
that's
Cake,
like
too.
more on the beauty side.
Pageant side, yeah. And I think like a lot of the times when they have beauty pageant winners like that, they put them out more. But I felt like with Ariana, they didn't
Like they wanted to see.
Yeah, they're just kind of, I don't know. They didn't do as much as probably the other or the past winners.
Yeah, there's a way more half white.
Yeah, it's usually half
usually
white.
half white.
It's not even Hispanic and Japanese or
Korean, Japanese.
yeah.
Well, actually, Watanabe Naomi is half Chinese. I learned.
Oh, really?
知ってた? Nanka, you did a dance with her.
Yeah, I did. I was a backup dancer for her
In Kohaku.
Kohaku and Tokyo Girls
すごいじゃん.
Collection. She was doing like the Beyonce parody.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Like in school, because my name is like Izumi.
Mm-hmm.
They expect like a Japanese person.
Then you walk in
Just
and they're like,
hey.
They're like,
Okay.
I want to experience that, but
You
I
don't have
can't because I don't have a Japanese last name or a Japanese middle name. So
really? You have no Japanese?
I have no Japanese name. My brother.
My
has
middle
Japanese
name's
name.
Japanese. What? You think your brother has one? But
Yeah,
not
my
you?
brother has a Japanese name, but I don't.
You know what's funny though? It's like when I'm at those the kuyak show and I have to like write my name in Japanese and stuff. Probably for you too. But like I can't write the kanji like very well. It looks like a kindergartner is writing, and I'm always like, you know, because I tell them like, Nihonjin desu, and then when I write it, it's like.
Little.
This guy like, Nihonjin, yeah, it's like chill.
I understand the pain. I hate writing kanji.
We want to say like, hey, yeah, I'm like Nihonjin desu, I'm
Yeah.
Japanese, and then it's like sometimes you're like you don't know the word, like
Yeah,
certain
you don't
words or
know,
like the
right.
writing, and then you're like, ちょっとここだけがちょっと
This area
You're like,
too. Just,
まあ、日本人だけどハーフです。So you use your halfness to like
Yeah.
get out of
kind
situations.
balance what you can offer and can't offer.
It's like cherry picking. I've definitely like pretended to be full gaijin before though.
Me too.
Me too.
I think we've all done that.
Yeah,
before.
everyone's done it. You're like, oh no, I don't speak Japanese.
like to get away from something. I'm like,
I've done it when I got
English.
pulled over by cops before.
Oh, you have been pulled over. What for? What?
Speeding, something like that.
Oh, okay. What they
It's
left you off the hook?
I don't know. I don't think I was going that fast.
I'm so sorry. I don't speak Japanese.
I've lived on the West Coast, lived in the South in Dallas with my dad's side of the family, but I can't see myself living over there for a long period of time. I don't know if it's because of the food or if it's because
Oh man, it could be because of the food.
that's definitely a big part, but two, the transportation is compared to Japan, you can't go anywhere without a car.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely one big part of why I can't live there.
What about you,
A long
Izumi?
time.
Could you see yourself moving?
No.
So fast.
So fast.
I mean, I love it. I feel like in Tanzania, like I love Tanzania. I miss it, but I don't see myself living there permanently. I think it's just temporarily. It's good to stay in Tanzania, but once you've experienced like Japan, transportation too. Like it's you need a car.
I know how it is. It's
And
that's
safety too.
Safety, exactly. Safety too.
It's part of knowing both cultures, though, right? It's just
Yeah.
like you see both sides, and you're like, man, like
I mean, mean, there's
I
good
like-
and bad.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Definitely.
It's a good
All around.
place. It's a good place for HAFU.
Cause I mean, I love the food here. Cause I'm not gonna lie and say I don't miss the food in the States. Sometimes like the fast food, like the tacos and the burritos,
yeah, the tacos. They just
the
name
In-N-Out
Mexican
and all
food.
that good stuff.
They
I
don't
miss
really
it.
have good tacos.
They don't have good Mexican food out here,
That's the truth.
or at least authentic Mexican food. It's kind of closer to the Japanese people's preference and taste.
There is
So-
a Mexican place.
Oh, bro. Oh, you're gonna. Are we getting paid?
There is a Mexican place. I really love this place. It's called Chili's.
Chili's.
あれ Chili's.
Chili's? I don't know.
Chili's って普通になんかアメリカにある。
But it's like a food, like not food, like a small restaurant
Uh-huh.
in Harajuku. It's like
Is-
towards
Does it
H&M.
have like the chili pepper design? Or
No,
is
it has like a
different?
sombrero.
Oh, it might be different than American
It's probably
Chili's.
It's
I mean,
completely-
Chili's is Chili's, but it's not really Mexican.
It's not.
food.
It's not at all.
But their food's amazing.
Chili's.
Did you want to give a quick shout out for your gloss thing or?
You can follow me on Instagram at Domi-chan 15 and on my Twitter at Lil Domi 15. We have one single out, Gloss, Big Mad. We have another single, it's a remix. It's called Beach Dog. Beach Dog.
Bitch dog.
When you be a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
So. Okay, we just have those 2 singles out, but we're coming out with more music soon, so be on the lookout.
We'll do it. I'll put a link in the description for you guys.
Yes.
Izumi, you have Instagram. If put it in the description.
Izumi.
Izumi. Shout out Izumi. I'll put the links in the description, but that's it. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you. This camera. We'll see you next time. Bye guys. Thanks.
I took myself to a boss. I'm a self-made boss. I can never take a loss. All my haters fuck 'em all. I do what I want. You know that I stun. 100K in the sky.